Welcome back. This is Aislin, and tonight we are discussing the Magician, which is typically the second card in the Major Arcana, even though he's labeled number 1. He's labeled number 1 because the Fool is 0. So let us talk about the Magician tonight. The Magician is the first card in the Major Arcana, discounting the Fool. He represents hidden abilities that have yet to manifest and the potential for success. The young man portrayed on this card is raising his right hand towards the heavens, clutching his wand as he does so. In some decks, this may be his athame. With his other hand, he points towards the earth. The infinity symbol above his head represents balance and wisdom. He serves as a guide to the fool. He has before him the tools of the magus: the pentacle, the cup, the sword, the staff, and of course the wand clutched in his hand. These are regarded as the tools of enlightenment and are offered to the fool for his journey. The cup, there, represents luck, especially in love, while the sword, down here, will bring out the sharpness of the mind and intellect. The pentacle, there, is representative of wisdom, and the staff, there, is associated with passion. The wand raised to the heavens is indicative of the divine. The magician bears the number 1, the first encounter of the fool after he begins his journey. When appearing in a spread, this card points to potential skills and abilities not yet manifest. The magician usually represents a surge of creative energy to embark upon new opportunities. He is insight and the unexplored potential within us all. The fool is focused on instinct, blind to the subtler meaning of life. But through his meeting with the magician, he realizes that not only is his journey truly possible, but that he has the hidden abilities to succeed. The magician is the guide. This card is a reminder that no matter how lost and confused you may be, you have the capacity within to reach clarity, that you have the hidden ability to properly divine which direction to take and what choices to make. However, the magician does not necessarily come when called, for his idea of what is important is not always in line with your perceptions of importance. In real life, this card can represent a person to whom most will pay little heed. A parent, teacher, or other mentor who may offer their advice, then sit back and watch what happens when this advice is ignored, for the magician does not press, but rather allows everyone to make their own mistakes. Alternatively, the magician can be a sudden hunch or a discovery. Those little turns of fate that are taken for granted are written off as a coincidence are often the work of the magician. The surprise visit from a friend that turns out to be significant, or the newspaper article that seems so impact your life, should not be lightly dismissed. In a very real sense, the magician is the spiritual protector of the fool, the one who appears at the most critical and difficult moments in life to offer aid and advice. The magician cannot be relied upon for everyday decisions, for he will lead his followers down dark and frustrating paths. This card guarantees no results, but it does promise that you will gain in wisdom and experience in all aspects of life: the mind, the heart, the imagination, and the body. He is the source of inner resources, and the fool meets him only after having chosen to step off the cliff. The fool learns that he must develop his inner skills to survive. If you encounter the magician in its reversed position, the magician is the one card that deserves attention when he turns up this way. The message here is to avoid trickery, both by being strictly ethical in your own behavior and by guarding against manipulation and lies from other quarters. This card also warns you to not overlook or to back away from an opportunity for advancement. If the Magician represents a new lover, watch out. He or she might be up to something. So that is the Magician. Coming up next will be the High Priestess. Stay tuned and blessed be.